it's Joanne coming to you for Shimmerz Paints. I'm going to show you the February kits, the paper and color kits, super quick so you can see what all comes with it. So we get some dots, which are 3 epoxy flares, really pretty colors. Look at those. Some, you know, those little heart candies for Valentine's. Kiss Me, an XOXO, and a heart. I really like all those. All right, so there's those. We get the Simple Stories Love stencil. It's a 6x8. Of course, Simple Stories stencils are fantastic. So you get that. And then I'll show you the paper and the ephemera and stuff too. But I want to talk about the bonus bundle because this is really cool. You can buy the bonus bundle separate. So for $5.99 you get a package of really high quality sequins. Look at those. And a color. A color could be one of these, a little pan of something, a pot of something. So this month we get a Shimmerz. When Shimmerz means that it's got sparkly bits in it and it's very shiny when it dries. On the brink of pink. Look at that. So perfect with this. Let me bring these close. These sequins are awesome. They got little squares, all different color circles and different sizes. Little gold mixed in there, white, pink, red. See a little bit of like plummy lavender kind of color too, which is really cute. Lots of big, small, really good shakers, or you can use these like to sparkle all around, like enamel dots everywhere. So $5.99, and always when you order Shimmerz, don't forget to leave my name. It's in the comment box. It's at the very end at the bottom before you pay. If you leave my name, you get an extra color for free. So for $5.99 you get 2 colors and a package of sequins. If you want to try out some paints or bulk up your stash, that's a really good way to do that. Bonus bundle. Okay, so let's talk about the ephemera pack. You get a nice little pack of ephemera die cuts. Pull these out. I haven't looked at these yet myself because I like to look at them with you. So I'm going to use the white space of this. XOXO. Oh, I'm going to love this. Cute hearts. Oh, look at the nice yellow butterfly. I like him. I love you. Postage stamp. Here's a small heart that says love. Looks like one of those candies. Oh, a heart journaling card. Cute. A key in like this mint color. Let's see what these say. Spread love. Cute. February. That's perfect. Be mine in a balloon with hearts. Oh my god, that is adorable. A hugs. Heart. Live. Oh, live. Love is in the air. Apparently can't read either. All right, what else do we got? Oh, we got a key hole with a locket shaped as a heart. Be mine. That's cute. Here's some tickets. Valentine. Be my Valentine. Valentine's Day. Hugs and kisses. Cute cupcake. I like that. You can put little gems or the sequins on here to make it look like sparkly sparkles or sprinkles. And then a bouquet of roses, a love heart in the pink, a red rose. See how much more we can find here. Ooh, I like this. You are a cutie. Pretty flower. Another Be Mine heart. I like all these hearts. A pink XOXO heart. That's pretty. It's a little bit different color pink than that one. A super cute chocolate covered strawberry. Okay, bigger floral. Oh my god, this is a heart, but it kind of looks like a donut, doesn't it? I like it. You could make a little sequin shaker out of that right there. And XOXO, a yellow flower. Oh, a post office mailbox, love mail. Nah, cute. Oh, look, a rainbow with 2 hearts at the end. A pink flower. Here is a donut. That's awesome. Like those chocolate covered headlights, it looks like, with sprinkles. I love this. Look at this camera. It's got hearts coming out of it with like a little Polaroid photo. Cutie cam. That's cute. That's a good title for your layout too. Cutie cam. All right, pink heart. Oh, box of chocolates. Of course, we need that for Valentine's. Love. Pink rose. Be mine heart. Another pink flower, and last but not least, a yellow hugs heart. So that's a lot. You can really make some cute layouts with that die cut, those die cut ephemera pack. That's got a lot in it. All right, so then let's talk about the coloring sheet before we get into the paper. I love it. I had to color some of them. It comes black and white like these, which is adorable. But I colored some of them in already so we can actually see what the colors would look like. I went over the line there, but once I fussy cut it, no big deal. Sometimes I go over the line on purpose because I'm blending, but it doesn't matter because once you cut it, you can't even see it. All right, so let me get like, I think I need like a pointer or something. All right, so in the coloring kits, you get always 5 colors, and it's a different variation of the colors. You can get spray bottles, the little jars, and then sometimes you get the pans too. Okay, so in this pan here we get an inks, INKZ, and this is called pistachio, and I painted like right here this green and some of these leaves up here and this right here, so that's really nice. And I like the pans because the color, you need like the teeniest bit on your paintbrush, and it goes for a really long time before you have to re-dip. So these actually last a really long time. Okay, so this is pistachio, and then this one is called chocolate and diamonds, and that's also an inks. So I used that to like color this camera in, and then I used it as the base coat of this, and then put some other colors on top of this the lockets here. I couldn't think of what to call those. So that's this color. This is a more closer representation right here of what that is. And then of course, the more layers you put, the darker it becomes. So there's those two. And then we also get mint condition in a Shimmerz, which is really pretty. So where did I put that? I put that right here. Really pretty green. And you just get these, and when you get them, it might be a little oily on the top, and then you just take your paintbrush and stir those up really good, and then it becomes the real color with the sprinkles, not the sprinkles, the sparkles. I have sprinkles on my brain now. Then we get a colorings and a vibes, and this one is called Glorious Day, and this one is called a Bright Fuchsia. I love this one. That is going to be like one of my favorites. So this right here, I did like these banners, that envelope here on this butterfly, and here on some of this balloon, super cute. And then a bright fuchsia, I did like inside the butterfly here, and all these hearts and everything, and part of the strawberry. So that's super cute. And then on the brink of pink, I did here and here, and then I blended in some other colors to make it, you know, shadowy. So there's all the super cool colors. So again, the coloring kit, you always get 5 colors in different variations of inks, creamies, colorings, vibes, shimmers. So that's super cute. I'll bring this in close just so you can see all the things. And then I'm just going to fussy cut those. I just colored a few because I literally cannot help myself when I get these because I love them so much. And it's very easy to fussy cut on that paper. It's awesome paper. All right, let's talk about the paper, and then we're going to think about how we want to put the paper together. So nice white square in the middle here. So this could be your border already pre-made, and then you can concentrate whatever you want to do on the middle here. Hearts, look at that, St. Patrick's mint sort of, but it's flowers. And then this is cute, XOXO candies with a nice light pink background. Pretty. Some borders that you can use with little swirly twists like that. This is super cool. I really like this a lot. I think I want to rip this. I don't know why, but I do. And then this is pretty. It's like got a little bit peachy to it. I like this. This is the yellow Glorious Day. So you're going to get a little bit of this mixed in here. Kind of like a diamond. I like that. And then look at these cupcakes. I can't even. So cute. All different kinds of cupcakes. And then another frame with like kind of like a cloud scallopy on the inside, and the envelope with the hearts down here. That's nice. This is super cute with like the hand-drawn hearts in all different colors. That's adorable. This I love. I love me a polka dot piece of paper. White background, pink dots. That's perfect. Look at that. Love that. I'm going to put like this and those sequins. And oh my goodness. I wonder. Well, we'll do that at the end. Did I talk about the other side? I didn't talk about the other side. Look at these stripes, y'all. I can't. It's got all the colors from the coloring kits in it. That is cool. Some more of this. You can do it this way, or you can turn it and use it that way. Let's see. Here's little swirls. You can cut that out as a cute little banner or whatever. Chocolate covered strawberries. Looks like chocolate and then white chocolate. Isn't that cute? That is really cute. Green background, like a mint with some roses on it. I think they're roses. They look like roses to me, but what do I know? Hearts. That is super cute. I like that a lot too. And then here is a white background with little teeny flowers. I decided 100% that I'm using this piece of paper. I think it might be my favorite. Yeah, definitely it's my favorite, I think, in the kits. I don't know. I just love it. I think it's a great background piece. So I want to use this Glorious Day, because this is one of my favorite Shimmerz colors. I really like these kind of colors. And I put a little teeny bit right there. This is what I do where I know that I'm not going to be able to see it. I'm going to use these two photos, my daughter and my granddaughter, one of my 4 grandsons. And when she was little, she's going to be 3 now. I can't believe it. So then I'll take just like a little bit and then I'll put it like next to it like that. And I'll be like, oh yeah, I really like that. I love taking a 4x6. I backed it twice with the pretty papers. Love these two. And then this is a circle nested metal circle dies. Same papers. Look at her, she's so cute. I can't. I love taking 4x6 in a circle. This can be any size you need it to be. And then doing like something like this. I just love doing that on a layout. It always comes out really cute and I really like doing it. So I'll just tuck the corner in like that so they're touching each other. Thinking to myself, let's get some more circles. And then I thought, let's do a huge sequin shaker with this month's sequins, and you get a ton more than that. I used a whole bunch of them already. So I went ahead and cut some additional circles out of the pattern papers. Let me show you the shaker I made. So I just took a piece of pattern paper and then another circle. There's a little bit of foam between this one and this one, so there's room for the sequins underneath. And I'm currently out of acetate. I keep forgetting to order some, so I just used some packaging. It looks just like acetate. It's fine, but look at those sequins. I can't even. I love them. All right, so I want it to all be kind of white, so I think maybe I'll hide this green part here, unless maybe, I don't know, maybe it'll look good this way. That does look kind of cute, having the pattern showing like that, doesn't it? All right, so right here, I'm going to hide that really well. So let me see, how do I want this to be? Like, I wouldn't want that right there, so I'm just going to go like this. Yeah, that'll be perfect. And I can still see a lot of that. Deciding which one of these patterns that I wanted to use, and I ended up cutting like 3 or 4 different ones, and then I said, well, I'm not going to put this back in the kit, let's use them. So cute. I am in love with this. I saved some of it because I really feel the need to rip that paper. I don't know why. So I'm going to put this under here, but I'm going to make it so it's flush up against that green line. And when you have a piece of paper with stripes on it, you have to make sure that that is straight also, or it just looks funny. I'm going to try to connect that, and then I think I'll connect it here too. Okay. Then this one I want to see a lot of, so I'm going to put that on top of this one. Look, isn't that cute? I love this piece of paper. I don't know why it fascinates me so much. So now I'm thinking right about here is good. Can I move this out just a little bit more so I can see more of it? I've got these florals from the die cut one of the epoxy flares. This one has a heart that looks like it's hand drawn with XOXO. These really pretty flowers. I think they're roses. They look like roses to me. And I also have some thread. So maybe I'll put some stuff in here. Lift this back up. Probably shouldn't have glued that right there, but I can get it back up. Put this here. And then underneath I might have to put like foam squares in that, but we'll see what we got going on here. Oops, my thread. Then let's do, you know what, maybe I don't. Maybe, do I want this like here? Like in between these two so I can see more of it? Yeah, that's prettier. All right, let's try a yellow. And maybe down this way just a little bit more. And then let's put a pink one in here. And then I'm thinking this underneath there. It's just this color, which I thought went really well with this. Pretty close. That's a die cut. So then put this under here somehow so it looks good. It matches really good with that color too. Yeah, just have that peeking. All right, I like that. Some of these things I might have to glue down later because they're going to be glued to the background, and I'm not ready for that because I'm going to do some mixed media. I need a napkin because apparently it's one of those days where I forgot how to use glue. Okay, so I need to pull that pink one out a little bit more. Oops, because I squished it in too far when I was trying to get the thread where I wanted it. Yeah, just like that. And then this one I'll have to glue down later. I'm thinking about putting it in here like that. Maybe I can glue it to this. I want to put lots of stuff right here. I have a bunch of die cuts from the die cut pack. I did cut a lot of the white border off because I just liked it better without it for this layout. Sometimes I like the white border, sometimes I don't. The little banner from the coloring sheet, which I'm in love with Shimmerz coloring sheets. It's so much fun. Put a little banner down here with her. This is a camera from the coloring sheet. These are die cuts, little flowers from the ephemera pack. I put little enamel dots. These are from Gina Marie Designs. They're not part of the kit. See the matte finish on it? They're not shiny. I love that. I put those in the middle of the flowers. I'm going to glue those down though because the Gina Marie Design enamel dots, they're fantastic and they're always super pretty, but there's not really good adhesive on them, so I always use glue. So then I have this one, epoxy flare from the Shimmerz kit, and then coloring sheet and XOXO, one of those candies. Then because this is on foam squares, I put part of this on a foam square and then cut the corner off right here. So it lays on top of this like that. And I'm going to put that there, but I want this to kind of go underneath there like that. Okay, perfect. And of course my cat is screaming his head off. I don't know if you can hear that. He's just such a little weirdo. He just walks around all day talking. That's all he does. Okay, so put this here. Oops, it's kind of on her hand a little bit too much. Try again. I like it there. All right, so now I can just sneak this under here a little bit just so it looks like it's connected to something, and kind of curve it a little bit so it goes right around that circle. I'm gonna put these flowers. I'll put this like cornered on this camera. These are also on foam squares. I'll take this off. I'll have to glue that on there. That enamel dot. I was just checking to see if they look good, and I did like it, so. And then I'm going to put this bigger pink one up here. Oops, I don't want to lose my enamel dot. Alright, so that's good. Let's take the foam off that. Come on, foam. Got it. Okay, just kind of corner it right here on the camera, corner of the camera, I mean. There. I'll glue it to the camera a little bit just for some extra adhesive. Here's this pink one. Take that off, and then once I get it where I want it, I'm just gonna let it be because it takes me a long time to make a decision sometimes. All right. I seem to be in my own way here. It's freezing, so I have this gigantic sweatshirt on. I want to put something so right in this spot right here. I just want to see. Oh, there we go. Perfect. Let's see about that. Okay. I got a little bit of thread for here. I'm just gonna wind it up. I like it when it looks a little messy. I'm gonna kind of tuck it in here. I'm gonna use the end of my tweezers here. Put it in like that. And then put this mint bluish color flower also on foam in the middle of that. Maybe I should put some glue on this thread before I do that. Just underneath where you're not going to be able to see it. Oh, I always do that. I always grab a piece. All right, good, good, good. Let's go. I'm going to hover for a minute to see like exactly where I want this. That looks good right there. Okay, and then we'll put a little glue here for the thread and let that be. I have the epoxy flare from the Kitz. This one says Kiss Me. Cute. Here's XOXO candy. Where do I want this? Do I want this like right in here? Yeah, that's cute. These come on their own little foam squares, which are really adorable. I'm going to put extra glue just in case. And then fill in with this. Put a dot of glue in the middle of each one of these flowers, just a little one. We don't need a ton for a little enamel dot. Okay, these are medium. Just want to make sure I get it right in the middle of that circle. And then I have another medium. Oops. Like this. I think enamel dots in the middle of flowers is very, very cute. A sequin or anything you could put in the middle of them. A gem. That's tiny enamel dot. All right, guys. Just making sure nothing. How do we like that little cluster? Okay, I have another piece of thread for a cluster I'm going to do over here. So we have a piece of thread in all the clusters. I've got this Love You candy like that XO, except this one's a little bit bigger from the coloring sheet. This is a die cut. It's like a journaling card in a heart shape. I've got it all up on foam. So I want to put that there. I've got an awesome strawberry from the coloring sheet. Some more of those little flowers. And I guess I also want to put some stuff over here. I have a butterfly. Okay, those are going to go over there. I have a butterfly from the coloring sheet, which I'm in love with. I just colored it with all the colors. And then I put some glossy accents on it too. I don't know if you can see it. Just to make it a little sparkly. I, at first, got my glossy accents out just to put glossy accents on the back and the front of the antennae here. Because you know, it's super thin once you cut it, so I wanted it to be stronger, so I thought putting glossy accents on it would make it stronger, and then I just kept going and put some on the front too. Foam squares on the top wings for dimension. I'm going to put a little bit of glue in the middle, and then we're going to put this where I want it. I want to shake those sequins up, and then let it be because it's going to take a minute to adhere to this plastic packaging. Okay, so I'm going to put this guy here so we can write on it a little bit. Right about there looks good, but I don't want it too far in my daughter's face either, you know. I think right there. Okay, that's good. Oh, I accidentally adhered it to the background, not thinking. Okay, that's fine. And then what do I want to do? I'm going to use this Spread Love title piece from the ephemera pack. Let's get these on. Look at the candy, the box of candies. I'm going to put that up in the corner like this. And then I'm also going to put these envelopes from the coloring sheet there. A little bit nicer than that. Yeah, that fills in that spot there. All right, I've got 2 more flowers. Pink one, a blue one. I've got this bow from the coloring sheet. This awesome strawberry. I'm in love with that. I could use like 100 of those. I don't know why I like strawberries so much, but I do. Okay. I'm going to make a little something here. Put the thread up there once we get things where we want them. I think I'm going to put the strawberry like in here somewhere. So let's start with a blue so I don't have pink on pink. So I'll have pink, blue, then pink. So I'll put this flower like maybe here-ish. I don't know. Let's see how it would look best. Oh, that's cute. I do have that on a piece of foam because this is on foam, but I'm not going to take the foam off because I want to lift everything up like I said already. Okay. Then this I'll put foam on afterwards, but I'm thinking about putting it with this, putting this here, and then putting this here also. I want this strawberry to come peeking out from here like that. I have foam on the top of that. I also have this bow. I don't know if I want to use it, but I was thinking about sneaking it in here. Let me look. It's kind of adorable. And then I'm going to put Spread Love, a little bit of it underneath the photo and then coming out. Paper towel. I just make like a little dauber out of it like this. It doesn't need to be perfect. And then you're going to put some on there. And then you're just going to come in here and start dabbing it around. It's kind of like using a sponge. But you can keep dabbing with your napkin because the color's going to stay right on your napkin, paper towel, whatever you're using. Or you can do the same thing with a sponge. Put that around there a little bit. And then come in here a little bit more. Here. This is just easier because then you can control where you want your color to be. All right, I'm going to go all the way around the whole thing. sequins because they're wonderful. All the little die cuts and the pieces from the coloring sheets, those are my favorite. That cluster is adorable, I think. The epoxy flares. This paper is wonderful. Here's this little cluster. How cute is that? I can't even already. I just can't. And then you can see the mixed media on there. And like I said, it just brings in some more of that color and it gives it a really pretty shadow. There's a little bit of warping while it dries, but once you put it in the album, it won't matter at all. It'll be perfectly fine and it'll lay flat over time. Just like this corner's bent up a little bit, but that's really about it. And there we go. So again, everything you need to know about Shimmerz paint is in the description box below. And don't forget to leave my name in the comment box of your order, because then you'll get a free paint with purchase. It's at the very end, at the bottom of the page before you press pay. And that way you'll get an extra little jar of color with your order, and it helps you bulk up your stash and get different colors and all that good stuff. Okay, I'll put close-ups at the end. Everything's linked below. If you need anything or if you have questions, leave me a comment. I'm happy to talk to you, and I'll see you again in the next video. Thanks for visiting me today. Bye.